Take two of this video. I just did it, and then a colleague of mine, Jeff, pointed out that the audio is horrible. So, thank you, Jeff. I will re-record it. And this is quality assurance at its finest that I did not review my video before posting. So let's try it one more time. Look at that. Let's share my screen real quick. How about that? Share desktop 2, I think we're going with. Hey, see, look at that. Desktop 2 we're going with. How can I tell I'm sharing my screen? Because there's this big green line around it. That's how you tell if you're sharing your screen. Did you know that? Did you know that? If you didn't, now you do. Hey, have you upgraded to the latest version of Zoom? And why is that important? Oh, look at that. Vanishing pen, my favorite annotation tool. Actually, it's not the vanishing pen. It is the regular pen. Let's clear that. Clear all drawings. Okay, so let's look. How do you do that? How do you upgrade to the latest version of Zoom? Up here, top right corner of your icon, you're going to go to check for updates. And boom, I'm up to date. I'm at 5.10.1. Why is that important? I'm going to tell you why it's important. Because there's some cool new features out for Zoom Chat. Why is that important? Because Zoom Chat is one of those amazing features in the Zoom arsenal. Let's look at folders. Now look here. Folders for groups and chats and channels. Why is that important? If you are a user of collaboration or chat or persistent chat or IMs and literally any application, Teams, Cisco WebEx, Slack, and Zoom, right? Probably the 4 biggest players in the space. How do you organize your chats and channels? Because you're probably belonging to thousands of different channels in your organization. It might be hundreds of different chats that you're having with individual users and colleagues and coworkers and vendors and partners and customers. How do you organize them all? Let's look, right? Let's look at how you organize them all. In Zoom Chat today, on the left side, we call this, right? All your stuff. That's the official technical term, all your stuff. How do you organize this sidebar, this left side panel? That's where all your chats and channels are. Well, once you upgrade to 5.10.1, you're going to see a new feature up here called channel folders or chat folders. You now have the ability to create folders on your own behalf that help you organize your chats and channels. I'll give you an example. Shocking as it may be, Zoom competes against a lot of other competitors in the UCaaS space. And say I belong to a bunch of other channels, for example, that deal with collaboration and communication and competing. And how do we do that? And obviously to talk to colleagues and coworkers about best ways to leverage our compete strategies and roadmaps. And I want them all in one place. How do I do that? In the past, I didn't. In the past, I would star maybe the channel or star the individual that I'm talking with, and it would all appear at my star container. But what if I want to create a folder and put everything in a folder? Well, that's what we have. I have now created 2 folders, just for an example here of this demo. I have a compete folder. And look down here. There's several compete channels that I belong to. Fictitiously, I literally just made these up. But more importantly, how do we then organize these? Because these all get lost all the way here in the channel section, right? You can collapse it if you want to and expand it. But if you have thousands of different channels, this is harder to find, right? So I want to say, for example, I want to put all my compete channels into one folder. I'm just going to drag up all the compete stuff into one folder. Now, visually, I can key in on the top left-hand corner of my sidebar panel. Now I can go to all these individual compete channels right in my chat folder. What if I belong to a bunch of fun stuff like Harley Davidson, like Jeeps, like 4x4 in. And I want to have, obviously my social folder, my fun stuff folder that I can talk to my colleagues and partners with there too. I can organize this stuff as I see fit. It's customizable, right? So now I can go to the ellipsis folder option and create a new folder. And watch what could happen here. I can create any folder I want. Say I want to have a Zoom phone folder, right? And all the channels that deal with Zoom phone, I want to put in this one folder. And now I can add chats, contacts, chats, or channels right here directly. Or I can just drag and drop right here. So if I created a channel called Zoom Phone, I want to drag it into Zoom Phone, I could easily do that, right? I could create a channel, and we'll just call it Zoom Phone Information, right? I want to make it a public channel, and I want external users to even be added to it. I want to have my members in my organization be able to add new users, or maybe all the channel members can add users. Great, it's a public channel. I can now, instead of getting lost in the channels, I can drag that right up to Zoom Phone, and now my compete, my fun, my Zoom Phone folders are all in the left top bar, so that I can now neatly organize all of my stuff, right? My Zoom chat stuff. And that's really the cool thing about it is Zoom is innovating in this space all the time. Zoom has perfected meetings, right? They've perfected audio. They've perfected video. They've perfected webinars. They've perfected breakout rooms. They've perfected conferencing rooms. They've perfected phone. What's left? Contact center? Oh, they're working on that too. Chat. Chat's the most powerful collaboration tool that we probably leverage today. You probably chat more than you actually have meetings today. Allows you to have this real-time communication or ephemeral communication or dynamic communication, however you'd like. Chat's super powerful. And what that means is Zoom's completing that UCaaS stack. All the fundamentals were always there. Chat was there too. But now Zoom is proving that they're putting a lot more innovation into this collaboration space. Zoom Chat, in the last 2 years I worked for Zoom, has really come a long way in regards to functionality and modalities. And it's getting better and better and better. Literally, there's a couple of new features that I even haven't talked about that came out with this latest release. I'll give you a hint what it is. I'll give you a hint. On those release notes I just gave you, right, that I just showed you on your in your Zoom client, search SharePoint integration. Just search for it, see what you find. You might be seeing a video on that sometime in the future. All right. Hope you enjoy that. Happy Tuesday. Actually, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody.